Paranormal Activity. Not scary, but a classic. Not scary, but a classic. Not scary, but a classic. Not scary. Not scary. Not scary. Not scary. Won't be scary. When did the number of these movies get to 8? Just wait and see, because we'll be talking more about this franchise after we touch on every other lengthy Halloween franchise I've seen.
Call 1-800-SPOOKY and get all the monsters you like.
I'm looking for a date.
Final Destination is a disappointing franchise for me. It was at one point a franchise I thought I loved. Final Destination started the franchise, which means it's got its place in horror. Final Destination 2 had less great actors, but replaced them with the funniest situation from any of the movies. Final Destination 3 is my personal favorite. I think it had the best blend of everything. Characters and story I cared about, well made. It's the director of the first coming back and fixing the mistakes from that movie. Final Destination 4 is just awful. At this point, the formula is clear. It's bad, too. This sticks wholeheartedly to that. Final Destination 5 is a major improvement over the fourth, and has one thing going for it that the rest don't. It had a crazy twist ending. It wraps up the franchise near perfectly. The Conjuring is a horror classic. I don't need to say much on that or The Conjuring 2, which is equally as good. The Conjuring 3 is where I may differ from people. I may like it more than the first two, which is saying a lot. I don't think Annabelle's as bad as everyone says, but it's no Annabelle Creation, which is no Annabelle Comes Home. That is the superior movie. The only thing Creation does better is atmosphere. The Nun is enjoyable as a horror movie, The Curse of La Llorona is not. Scary Movie is a franchise that I've loved since I can remember. It starts out extremely strong by parodying Scream, which is basically a parody itself. It then follows that up with a lesser sequel in every way except comedy. I think it's funnier. It's not a bad movie. Then we've got the David Zucker era. Scary Movie 3 and 4 are very different from the first two. Both great though. Scary Movie 5 is without a doubt a bad movie, but such a huge guilty pleasure for me that I bought the Blu-ray on release date. Make sure you watch the unrated cuts of the last three. Scream is by far the best horror franchise. It's the most consistent and most enjoyable. Scream 1 through 3 is a perfect trilogy. Scream is a perfect movie that encapsulates all the best parts of horror and comedy. There's something for everyone. Scream 2 is a perfect continuation that, while inferior, is still a perfect movie. Just have to rank these, unfortunately. Scream 3 is near perfect. I love all the movie-related stuff, but the change of writer ruined the movie. Scream 4 has the writer and director duo return, and while it's 11 years after the last one, it still has a bite to it. It's a good movie, not great, not perfect. Scream 5 looks to be about the same quality, maybe slightly improved, which I'm here for. I don't like the Scream TV show. I forgot to mention I was only counting franchises with 5 or more entries. Halloween is a franchise I haven't seen too many of. Halloween is a horrible movie, I hate to say it, but I did not enjoy any aspect of it. H2O is an improvement, but it still just lacks a reason to care, for me at least. Halloween Resurrection is where they succeed. It's just a haunted house movie that's so bad it's funny. Then, Halloween Kills was the best in the franchise, in my opinion. I've already made a video on Saw and discussed The Conjuring, so all that's left is Insidious. I like every entry. Personally, it declines in quality with each movie, but they're making a 5th one, directed by Patrick Wilson. Where's the originality in horror going?
Nope.
Honestly, all the Paranormal Activity movies kind of just blend together. They're all great in their own ways. Personally, I do think there's generally an uptick in quality each movie due to budget. My favorite's probably the marked ones, simply because it's one of my all-time favorite directors. But that was before I thought the franchise was done, and I owned them all. Just from this article alone, it should have ended after 6, but my boy Christopher Landon ruined it. There was no need for the 7th and 8th entries more than 5 years later. Paranormal Activity is undoubtedly a classic. So many people enjoy it and find it scary. I personally just thought it was an interesting and better made than expected movie. Paranormal Activity 2 stands out as a unique entry, which is impressive for this franchise. Paranormal Activity 3 was better than the first two, but not by doing anything insane. Paranormal Activity 4 is one I don't really remember, along with the Ghost Dimension. You know my thoughts on the marked ones. A new one just came out on Paramount Plus, which I actually subscribed to. It was at least way different, but still somehow the worst entry by far. If you want more Halloween/horror movie content from me, I've linked previous videos related to the topic below. Thanks for watching. Press that like button if you like the video. Press that subscribe button if you like me. Comment below what your favorite Halloween-themed/horror movie is.